My name is Nicole Bonnet and I'm a prevention specialist for the Kamloops Fire Centre, and mostly my portfolio is Prescribed Fire and Fire Smart. We are standing on Cook's Ferry bandland just outside of Spences Bridge. So today you can see here the black area that we're standing in is the second half of a Prescribed Fire project that we started back in the fall of 2018. There's a lot of planning that goes into place when we're talking about putting a prescribed fire on the landscape. That planning takes anywhere from a couple of months up to a year, potentially more, depending on the location of the project, the complexity of the project, the values at risk, and the objectives. So the very basics of it would be we start with a prescription, which is what allows us to use prescribed fire as a treatment or as a tool on the land base.
This area, it's not uncommon for the temperature to reach 35 to 38 degrees, even capping at 40 to 42 degrees. Very windy as it is today, and tends to be really low relative humidity, so very, very dry air. It's a very fire-prone area, but it's also an area that ecologically has had fire applied to it for thousands and thousands of years, actually, by the first peoples here. We had Cook's Ferry's staff here working with us and working in conjunction with our crews. We wouldn't be able to obviously do this work or even work where we're on Crown land without working with our First Nations partners quite closely.
So we had about 25 people out here today. Some of them were here for implementation, some of them were here for patrol and holding and doing a variety of projects. But when we have a prescribed fire, we do have monitoring and site condition control going on the entire time. Fire is one tool that we use to reduce the fuel loading on the ground, and by removing some of those combustible fuels or fuel buildup over the years, it allows us to reduce the wildfire threat for any potential new wildfire that might start in the area. So for anybody who's driving along, on a highway or through town and maybe sees a project in the works and you see some fire on the landscape, we always like to remind everybody that there has been a lot of planning and thought that's gone into this. We like to recommend there's actually on the BC Wildfire Service interactive map a layer that you can tick on to see where prescribed burns are happening. So this project was a great example of prescribed fire and community protection. You can see behind me that we've successfully burnt a good portion of the fuel on the ground. The consumption was really great today, so we're pretty happy with what we've been able to achieve out here.